Hey guys, this is Stu, and I'm here with David, and we have a little, surprise announcement here. We're starting a mastermind group. Just a little bit about me. I'm Stu. I've been in the Navy for 17 years, a little over 17 years, and I've been actively investing in real estate for over 11 now. Done a little bit of everything, flipped houses. Passively invested in syndications. I own a portfolio of rental properties. I own a portfolio of mortgage notes. And I also own a turnkey real estate company called Storehouse 310 Ventures, where we sell, turnkey rental properties to folks who are wanting those passive investments and building their portfolio. So I'm really excited about growing, and I think a mastermind group is the way to do that.
I am so excited about this idea. I have been talking about doing a mastermind for quite some time. And so Stuart and I were talking and just realized that we've both been thinking about it. Why don't we join forces and make it that much better? As a lot of you know, my name is David Perret. I've been in the Marine Corps for 11 years now. I've been investing since 2015. I've bought and sold over 54 units. I've done a couple flips, partnered on a couple flips, and traditionally buy and hold guys. So most of my stuff is long-term holds, kind of a specialized, I guess, in creative financing. I've yet to pay over 6% down on a property. So that could be good, that could be bad. We'll see how the leverage plays out. And this is going to be huge, guys. Masterminds have done so much for me over the last year.
Yeah, so I've been wanting to be a part of a mastermind group for a long time. I know there's a lot of mastermind groups out there that cost a lot of money. I think there is a necessity to that in some way. We're going to start out at a way smaller price than what some of the other ones are. And Dave, I know you've been in a mastermind before, right?
Absolutely, still in one.
Yeah, and how's that helped you in any way?
Oh, it's been huge. Every week you get an accountability phone call. You get to talk with people who are doing what you're already doing or already did what you're doing. And I mean, we get to hot seat guidance, anything that you're struggling with, they'll help you work through, and then they'll hold you accountable to it, which is funny. I found that as I progress through this group, I will give myself more tasks to do over the week than I would have, because I know that I'll get it done being held accountable by them.
Yeah. So, a part of growth is living with intention, and another big part of that is having accountability, someone holding you accountable for what you're doing. And there's been so much more success and growth when you have, living with a purpose like that. There was a study done, and everybody knows Brandon Turner with Bigger Pockets. I went to the Best Ever conference last year, and he spoke about habits, and he spoke about this specifically, having accountability. And he talked about a statistic. This group of individuals had wrote down their goals, and the group one didn't write down their goals actually, but they had a set of goals, and only 42% of them reached those goals. The next group two, actually wrote down their goals, and only 60% of that group actually reached their goals. Next group three, wrote down their goals, and then had like action commitments, kind of like the lead measures. If you've read the book, 4 Disciplines of Execution, writing down the lead measures. Surprisingly, only 50% of that group were successful. Next was they did all those first steps, wrote down their goals, had action commitments, but they told somebody about it. They told a friend, they told some groups of people, and then that bumped up to 64%. But then the last grouping, group 5, they wrote down their goals, they had their action steps, they told people about it, but then they also had that last step of weekly accountability. They had those friends, that group of people that they were committed to, were accountable to, and then that bumped up their success rate up to a 76%. It works. And so, I personally want to get on that plan because I've never done a mastermind group. I want to do it with a group of individuals who want to grow with me, and I want to do it with people that are like-minded. We really like the idea of having people in the military or veterans that have those action steps, the military background, and so That's what we're doing. We're calling it the War Room.
That's
Come
it.
on.
The War Room. And as we alluded to earlier, it is going to be paid. We want to be upfront with that now. It's going to be affordable. In fact, I would venture to say it's as affordable as one night drinking for at least a Marine, because we go a little overboard, but it's going to be affordable. However, the reason that we are charging is because it puts a little skin in the game. So there's a study that was done by Harvard, but there's been many studies, and essentially online courses, a lot of people don't finish courses because they're free, right? So if you do a free course and you give it away, the completion rate is staggeringly low, like 5 to 15%. And studies have found that when you make it a paid course, that number jumps to over 80%. In fact, the one that I'm looking at over here says 88%. They went from a 5% completion rate to an 88% completion rate just by charging for the course. And that's because there is skin in the game. So I tried to join a mastermind group with some buddies about a year ago. It was free and it was a great opportunity. And of the 5 people that we signed up together to join this, to do this group and decided to commit together, 1 other person showed up for the first call. So 2 of the 5. And the next week it was 2 of the 5. And I still talked to that second person, but the group it didn't work out. And so we wanted to ensure that we were charging for it to weed out the people who you don't necessarily want to be holding you accountable because they're not as serious as you are, and to B, give you a little skin in the game so that you will actually get as much out of this as you should. Mastermind groups are extremely powerful, but there is definitely a psychological difference between a free group of people hanging out and a paid, though affordable, group of people who are there with the purpose of growth, because that is the purpose. It is growth, accountability, and just improving your life as a whole.
Yeah, that's huge, man. And really, I mean, David and I ourselves, like, we're real estate investors. We've been investing for a long time. We want to grow. We're committed to it. And so we want people that have that same commitment and want to grow as well. So here's what we're doing. We're planning on starting October 1st or 2nd, depending on what day we can find is better for everybody. We are going to do a monthly webinar on a different topic, with hopes of that will give action steps, execution type, really good information given by subject matter experts that are within our masterminds. And then we're splitting up, depending on how many people sign up, we're going to split up groups depending on, location and experience. And, we're going to put people in groups and then, get after it. And, hopefully these groups are meeting on a weekly basis. Well, they need to be meeting on a weekly basis. We're going to have probably some type of scorecard, some type of competition. The goal is to come out of this year a lot more successful than when you started. We're getting after it. The War Room starts in October, and we want like-minded folks to join us. Dave, what's the best way to get started?
Yeah, this is going to be huge, guys. Once again, just super excited about the growth opportunities that are going to come from you guys meeting in this group. If this sounds like something that you guys want to join and you're ready to take the next step and commit to growth and personal development and accountability for your life in order to actually achieve your goals, then what we're going to do is we have an email set up. It is wrmastermind@gmail.com. That's WR for War Room Mastermind@gmail.com. Shoot us an email. Just, hey, this is me and I have a little interest in your mastermind. We'll shoot you an application. And what we're going to do is we're going to vet these. We're looking for quality individuals to be in this group. So if you believe that you are up for the challenge, please reach out. We'll send you an application. You shoot it over, and we're going to make sure that we hook you up with the best people we can possibly hook you up with. We're going to walk through this group with you, and we're going to help change lives. The more veterans we reach, the better. Oh, we didn't even touch on that. Hey, so this is military only. So if you're watching this and you're not in the military, sorry. Maybe we'll branch out sometime. But whether you're active duty, reserves, or veteran, great. But if you're not military, hey, I can direct you to some awesome groups. It's not this one.